Welcome, guys, to the Degree Boosting Bootcamp. What is degree boosting? It's how you can get your college degree in 12 to 18 months, perhaps even sooner, instead of the traditional 4.5 years at normal universities. In this, I have made almost 200 videos on this subject, and this will be the video that may be the longest I've ever done because everything you need to know will be in this video. One all-inclusive video. So you've never seen my channel before. This is the first time you've ever seen my channel, first video you've ever seen possibly. If that is the case, then I'm going to show you how to do everything. I'm going to explain to you how you do that. So how do you do that is with ACE credits. What are ACE credits? These are credits, American Council of Education. They are college recommended credits, meaning they're not actually college credits until a partner university accepts them. Now, there's a whole list of partner universities that accept these style of credits. Western Governors University, Thomas Edison State University, so many other schools. And many general state universities will accept ACE credits, even though there is no official partnership. So many schools will accept this form of credits. There's tons of ACE credit provider websites, tons of them. I think there's at least 15 plus, and there's these little tiny ones you've probably never heard of either. There's also military ACE credits that they get for training and things like that. There's many forms, even stuff like CompTIA and stuff off Coursera. Even courses like that could become ACE certified. So there's many different styles of ACE credit. Like I said, even certifications can become recommended for ACE credit. That's how you can transfer in things like CompTIA to like WGU and other schools, is because those have been ACE recommended. So, however, the main three websites that people use to degree boost, to further their degree and try to graduate fast, saving a ton of tuition money and saving 2.5 to 3 years off their degree, is with three main websites, and that is study.com, Sophia, and Straighterline. Those are known as the big three. So I'm going to walk you through that process in a moment here. Now, step one is to pick a school and a program first. That is your absolute first step. So I'd recommend a partner school to do that. There's quite a few of them. The ones I would recommend are Western Governors University and Thomas Edison State University. I think those ones provide the best degree boosting platform where you can get a very legitimate, very respected college degree fast. I am a Thomas Edison grad myself. I have a computer science degree from that school, a bachelor's degree, and I am working on a master's degree from WGU in software engineering. I also spent bachelor's degree coursework in WGU's computer science program, and I transferred to TESU to graduate slightly faster. So overall, I've spent a lot of time at both schools. I know both like the back of my head. I know how they both work. So I also think they're the ones you can boost the most, the ones you can graduate the quickest from. Although there are other great schools that you can graduate really fast. And those schools are UMPI. So UMPI is a fantastic school. If you want to check out some UMPI stuff, I have spreadsheets on UMPI. Also, you can check out College Hack's channel. He has some great stuff on UMPI as well. The other schools would be Southern New Hampshire University, where you can transfer in 90 credits and graduate fast as well. And then another one that I really like is University of Maryland Global Campus. So those are the 5 that I would recommend. And then another one that is on the up and up that only has a couple degrees, but I highly recommend because they just got regionally accredited and they are tuition free, not really, but they are tuition free. They just charge like $140 per class for like a fee. That is University of the People. They have a computer science degree and a business administration degree, I believe. So those are the schools that I think you can graduate fast, and they're all very legitimate, respected degrees, all regionally accredited. Okay, Alex, so I've decided on a school. I think I'm pretty set on one of these schools. You've decided that. Now you're thinking, what program do I pick? I'm totally lost. Well, guys, I highly recommend you pick a program that can give you financial success, okay? I am not saying just go out and research and pick what makes the most money or has the most salary potential. You should pick a bit of a middle ground, okay? Most people will tell you this, whether it's me, people on Reddit, people that have gone through this themselves. Maybe they got a bad degree and regret it, or maybe they got a good degree and are living really good lives. So basically pick a middle ground. And what do I mean by middle ground? That is passion / financial success. You should pick something basically in the middle. And if what your passion is one of the majors that is responsible for a bunch of financial success, then that's great. You get both, basically. So what I'm saying here is do not major in something that you're deeply passionate about, but does not usually lead to financial success. The majors and programs I'm talking about are things like art, music, history, even communications, even though communications is really fun. So these majors do not lead to high-paying jobs, do not lead to financial success. Does it mean you can't have financial success if you get one of these degrees? Of course not. You know, you got people like Mark Zuckerberg and many people, even high school dropouts, such as, not high school dropouts, but college dropouts, going on to become huge successful business owners. Anybody can succeed regardless of education. But putting yourself in a financial hole, going in debt, going $20,000, possibly $60,000 plus dollars in debt for an art or music degree is not a great investment, in my opinion. You want something that will set you up for financial success. Now, no degree guarantees financial success. No degree guarantees anything like that. However, you can put yourself in a much better position. Now, some people get mad at me. Alex, you're telling me not to major in something, but that's my passion, and they get their feelings hurt. Guys, I have been through everything in my life, okay? I lived paycheck to paycheck until almost 30, and I know a lot of 18-year-olds are passionate about what they want to major in. I'm telling you, okay? I know how passionate you are. But financial stress is not worth it, okay? It is not worth it. I am speaking from experience. Go talk to somebody else in their 30s. Go talk to somebody else in their late 20s that has financially struggled. Also, if you major in your passion that doesn't usually make money, such as art, music, etc., if you do that, you're also going to get burned out with your job. Just because you pick your passion does not mean you're not going to get burned out. Everybody gets burned out with just about every job, even if it is your passion. As much as I do care about your guys' feelings, I care about your success much more. I want you all to be successful. And if that means showing you tough love, if that means making you mad at me right now, you'll thank me in the future, okay? I am here to help you. I am here to try to help you become successful. You know, a college degree has changed my life. College, opens a lot of doors, especially having a relevant degree. You can do a lot with it. Nobody is out of reach of a college degree. You can get one, you can change your life, and you can get a great job, or you can start your own company and be an entrepreneur as well. A college degree will basically give you the skills to be an entrepreneur, and you'll look a lot more credible as well. So a college degree can go either way. You can get a job, a good high-paying job, or you can start your own business as well. There's many things that you can do with it. So I always try to share this information with everybody, and that's why I have made this bootcamp video. So now that we have discussed what you're going to pick as a college major after you do your own research, and also I have a ton of videos as well that could help you, we're going to get into the next subject here. So now you have picked your school and you have picked your college major. In this video today, I'm going to go over two schools. I'm going to go over both Western Governors University and Thomas Edison State University. And depending on the school you picked, you can skip one of those sections. However, if are you undecided, then you could basically watch both of those sections. So we're going to go over right now ACE credits, and then we'll get into the schools after this section. So what are ACE credits? These are places, like I mentioned before. The top three platforms would be Study.com, Sophia, and Straighterline. Study.com has the most courses and is probably the most widely known. A lot of people mix and match all three platforms. A lot of people just stay on Study.com because it has the most courses available and all the courses they need are on that platform, etc. So I will walk you through all of that as well. You're going to wonder, Alex, how difficult are these courses and how fast can I get them done? So one of the ways you get your degree done fast is by completing these ACE credit courses fast. You can do all of these courses in 1 week each. So imagine getting 3 college credits in 1 week. Some people complete these courses in 2 days, depending on the course. If it's like a general education course like US history or something fairly easy, these courses can be done in like 2 or 3 days. So imagine if you did get college credit after just a few days, right? You got 3 college credits after a few days. Although disclaimer, not exactly college credit. It has to be accepted by a partner school, but you have 3 recommended college credits. So you complete all these courses, right? And all of a sudden, let's say you complete a bunch of these courses and you have 90 credits in like 5 months. Yes, it's possible. You can have 90 college credits in as quick as 5 months or so. Some people do it quicker, some people do it slower, but 5 months is actually pretty doable if you're spending like 5 hours a day on school. I know five hours a day is a lot, but if you want to get your degree done fast, you have to invest the time. You have to invest more time than somebody who's doing school on a 4-year degree, right? If you want to do it faster than them, you got to put in the time. You got to put 5 to 6 hours a day or so. Unless you work really fast, 3 to 4 hours a day. But overall, try to put in 5 to 6 hours a day, and more the better. Although don't burn yourself out. If you're going like 10, 11 hours a day, like you don't have like a full-time job and you're doing 10, 11 hours a day, make sure you take a break. Make sure you don't burn yourself out too much. Mental health is very important. Difficulty. Honestly, I would put the difficulty of ACE credit courses right on par with about community college level classes. But imagine a community college level class you can actually accelerate in like 2 to 8 days instead of spending a whole semester on it. Now, if you've ever taken a community college class, let's say you can do it at your own pace, right? Like all the quizzes are available, all the tests are available, all the projects are available. You can do it at your own pace, right? You can actually complete that community college class in my opinion, 10 days or less, if they actually made everything available to you. So these ACE credit courses, they make everything available to you right away. So you can take everything right there and then get the whole class done in a few days. It's about the same difficulty as a community college level course. It's not as difficult as a 4-year university. Some of them can be, but not usually. So right around a community college level difficulty. So now that I have explained the speed and the difficulty of these ACE credit courses and what you can expect, the next thing you're going to ask me, and the next step here that we're going to get into, is transfers. How do you transfer in these ACE credits? And how do I know which courses transfer? So there are a couple ways you can figure out which courses transfer in to these degree programs, basically the exact transfer equivalents, because you don't want to do courses and not get any credit for it, right? So you need to know exactly what the transfer equivalents are, so you're not working and not getting anything for it. There's 2 methods. You can, my new phone app, which has not launched yet as of this video, but my new phone app, you basically download it. I can't say the name yet, but you'll see it soon. You would download this phone app and you'll go to the program you want. Let's say you click WGU Computer Science. You'll click WGU Computer Science and you'll click Populate ACE Credits. And once you do that on the phone app, all the credits will populate. All the courses you need will populate in the ACE credit section. So every course that you needed to transfer in, every course that you need to transfer in to complete your degree fast from these ACE credit platforms will line up in the ACE credit section. And you'll get to see the transfer equivalents to WGU as well. So all the work, all the research has been done for you. Now, it's an iOS exclusive for now, but there will be an Android version eventually. Now, if you don't have iOS, if you don't have iPhone, or you just prefer a more traditional approach on a desktop or laptop computer, I have spreadsheets at my website, majormash.com, as you can see right there. So MajorMash is a website where it's a free resource index website. While many people have put their spreadsheets behind a paywall, I have always kept my spreadsheets completely free. All of my transfer information has been always free. And you could go download many different WGU degrees on my website. I believe there's a spreadsheet for every single degree at WGU, and I try to keep them up to date as best as possible. So go ahead and go there, and I have WGU spreadsheets, I have TESU spreadsheets, I have UMPI spreadsheets. I have a lot of different spreadsheets, and it'll show you exactly what you need to transfer in. And I just redesigned a lot of these spreadsheets as well to be much more visually pleasing. So go ahead and take a look, and you can go to MajorMash and download whatever degree program that you want to download. And that will help you basically boost your degree, get your degree done faster, save thousands of dollars by getting all these ACE credit courses transferred in and doing just maybe a couple terms at WGU instead of what you would have done, which is like 4 or 5 terms at WGU. Get it done much faster. Get your college degree after 1 year, maybe 1.5 years instead of 4 years, and get into the workforce and get your dream job, get your 6-figure dream job, hopefully, faster. When my phone app does launch, I will put it in the description, and I will also rename the chapter. The chapter is what you see in the little section where you can scroll through the video and you see the little title. That's what the chapter is. I will rename the chapter to my phone app once I launch that. And I will also put it in the description and the pinned comment as well. So be on the lookout for that. So if you're watching this video later, if you're watching this video not at launch, basically, like you don't watch this video right when it comes out, you watch it later, then the phone app might be out, and check the description, check the pinned comment, etc. Now we're going to talk about Western Governors University. So most of you probably will pick this school, and it's a terrific school. I'm working on my master's there right now. I absolutely love the competency-based model. Now, what is competency-based education? WGU, to my knowledge, is one of only 2 schools that has this type of model. I'm sure there are some others, but overall, it's WGU and another school called UMPI, and I think WGU does it a lot better. At least in my opinion. So their competency-based model consists of 3 different types of classes. One is called an objective assessment, which is a test. The whole class is based off one test. And you can take it anytime you want, even the first 10 minutes. If you want to take that class the first 10 minutes, you want to take that test the first 10 minutes, you can. Now, unless you have deep knowledge about that subject, I would highly recommend against doing that. For example, somebody without a formal accounting degree that has been a staff accountant for years might get the accounting degree done in under a year because they have so much knowledge on it already. So they're able to fly through the material. They can skip a lot of the reading and just kind of do the tests, do the assignments, etc., because they're already so familiar with it. And that's the great thing about WGU. You basically get rewarded. If you want to, you get rewarded with your past experience knowledge. If you're willing to take, that risk, taking that test early, etc., you can do that. And that's one of the great things about the school. However, even if you don't have knowledge, many people still graduate in a 1.5 years or less at WGU if you transfer in all these ACE credit courses. And I go over that in my acceleration videos. Go watch my WGU How to Accelerate video and go watch my WGU Cheat Codes video. Now, that video is just titled Cheat Codes, as in like video game cheat codes, not like actually cheating or anything like that. So in that video, both of those videos, I go over how to pass WGU courses at a faster rate, little tips and tricks here and there. So you guys can go watch that video. I'll touch it briefly in this video here. Basically, there's 3 methods of courses. One was the objective assessment, which I just mentioned. The other one is a performance assessment. So a performance assessment is just a writing assignment. And the performance assessment classes can have anywhere between 1 to 4 assessments inside the class. So you might have 1 writing assignment or you might have 4 writing assignments. And I would say I am not a big fan. Like, I love writing from a creative standpoint. Like, I've always wanted to be like a movie script writer or like a book writer and things like that. But when it comes to like school writing, I've always found it very tedious. However, the writing at WGU is not that bad. Okay. Now, yes, you're still going to have to put up some quality papers, but overall, it's not like these big tedious essays you have to do at like these other universities, right? As long as you get the information across in the essay, right? You go over the rubric and you make sure everything is satisfied on that rubric, right? Just make sure everything is satisfied. And I go over that in the 2 videos I just mentioned. If you satisfy the rubric, if you have successfully answered every section, you're good to go, okay? You don't have to write this extravagant 12-page paper, okay? You can get it done. Trust me, all right? Coming from somebody who finds writing for school a little on the tedious side. The other thing is something in the tech classes, which is a project class. Now, technically, this would still fall under the performance assessment category, but it's a little different because you're not writing a paper. You're actually turning in a project, like a coding project or a quality assurance project, or, basically, yeah, like coding. It could be like you're doing the GitLab on WGU and you have to do commits, push your work to the GitLab, basically, proof of work and all that. So there are project courses that do involve coding and other things. So overall, those are 3 styles of courses at WGU. The first two ones you can accelerate extremely fast, in my opinion. If you work fast, you digest material fast, etc. You can get through it pretty quick. The third one, the project one, where it's like coding stuff, those ones do take longer. There is also certification type of courses at WGU, and those kind of classes take a while. They're in the information technology degree, the cybersecurity degree, etc. So you have to be careful because those ones do take a long time. Sometimes they could take 3 to 4 weeks each, and that does kind of slow down acceleration time. That's why it's a good thing to transfer in things like CompTIA A+ and Network Plus, so you can kind of get those big certification courses out of the way. So Western Governors University, a terrific school. It is usually the school I recommend to people. I will get into Thomas Edison State University in a second here, but WGU is what I recommend for most people, and it's a absolutely great school. And you can go on LinkedIn and type in WGU, and you'll find so many successful graduates who work at great companies. Okay, I just saw one person the other day on LinkedIn who graduated with the software engineering degree at WGU a few months back, and I assume he's probably been very heavily applying for jobs, but I just saw he got an internship at a small software company. So that was really cool to see. And there's many, many success stories that you will see regarding these schools and these degrees. These are real college degrees that hold real weight in the real world. So the other school I would like to mention here today is Thomas Edison State University, my alma mater. I graduated there with a computer science degree a few years back, and I am eternally grateful to the school. They are an amazing school, and I just have to give a shout out to the school right now. Just absolute excellent communication, and everybody there is so nice. Like anytime I email them for something, and it's possible sometimes it's just like a student success person and they don't exactly know who I am. But regardless if they know who I am or not, they are just the nicest people you can possibly imagine. And I've talked to several people that work there. So it's like every single interaction I have had has been great. So like from a customer service point of view, this school is like number one by far. But overall, Thomas Edison State University is one of the 11 public state universities in New Jersey. And it has been around since the 1970s. Originally, I believe it started as a very popular military school, at least that is my theory. And then it got more popular in the 2000s for other people as well. So at least in the late 90s and beyond, it started branching out to like a lot of people attending there. So overall, Thomas Edison State University is actually a school I would recommend over WGU on one condition, and maybe other conditions too. If they have a degree at TESU that you don't see at WGU, that would obviously be one. Or if you just want a state school. Some people want more of a state school on their resume, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because WGU is, basically an online school. So if you wanted like a state school on your resume, like a school that has Thomas Edison is online school only actually, but still it does have that state university factor to it, that state university appearance to it. So if you wanted that, that would be another reason. I don't really think it matters. That was not part of my decision making. My decision making was, I was in the WGU computer science degree, and I had I think I had 11 more courses to go. I was almost done with the WGU computer science degree. And then TESU, I was looking at their curriculum, and maybe this was just kind of a bit of burnout, but I was looking at their curriculum. I only needed 3 more courses if I did it at TESU. So I was like, oh, wow, let me finish up over there. So I just wanted my degree a little faster, and that's why I kind of switched. But overall, WGU is fantastic. But Thomas Edison State University, if you have 21 college credits, and this is where I recommend TESU, if you have 21 dusty college credits from some community college years and years ago and you never did anything with it, or you have 21 credits from a 4-year university that you never did anything with, okay? Thomas Edison is the best school in the nation for degree completion, okay? So maybe you have 100 credits. You're just 20 credits away from your bachelor's degree. TESU is perfect for you, okay? So whether you have 21 credits or 100 credits, TESU is the best school in the nation for degree completion. They're also one of the most friendly ACE credit schools as well, along with WGU. So how is this possible? TESU accepts up to 114 college credits. Usually 111, but they will accept up to 114, even sometimes up to 117. But I do think they require 6 credits now, like a hard requirement for 6 credits. How would you do this, Alex? How do you transfer in this many credits? So basically, you can transfer in as many credits as you want from other schools, all the way up to 114. So let's say you did have 114 credits from a 4-year university. Because I do know some people like this, and I'll never understand it, but I do know a lot of people like this, where they dropped out of school with 110 credits, and all they had was 10 to 12 credits left. There's a lot of people like that, and I don't understand it, but there is people like that that just drop out with 12 credits left. They can go to TESU, and it's very likely TESU will accept most of those. They might even accept all of them, depending on what degree program it is. Let's say they accept 112 credits, and then all you have to do is 8 credits at the school. It is very possible. Now, another method is, let's say you have 21 college credits. And the reason I say 21 is, let's say you're going to do the TESU computer science degree, all right? TESU has something called a residency waiver, which has been renamed to TESU Accelerate Fee. I'm sorry, TESU, I don't know the formal name for this. I think it's called the TESU Accelerate Fee or something along those lines. But basically, if you're going to do less than 15 credits at the school, you have to pay this fee, which is about $3,400, maybe $3,500 now. But it's around that range, $3,400, probably going to be $3,500 eventually. I think it goes up $100 every few years, but I could be wrong on that. So overall, you pay that fee if you're going to do under 15 credits at the school, which you probably will do because each course at TESU costs $1,600. So it's actually a little cheaper or about the same price to just pay that fee and do 9 credits at the school instead of doing 15 credits at the school. So if you have 21 college credits somewhere, you'll transfer those into TESU, okay? And then you'll do 90 ACE credits. So they accept a maximum of 90 ACE credits. So do 90 ACE credits, you do 21 college credits that you had previously. Now you're at 111 credits. Now, then you would do 9 credits at TESU, which is $1,600 a piece, okay? And if you're getting financial aid, great. But if you're not getting financial aid, these would be about $1,600 a piece. And if you're doing the computer science degree, you'll take the software engineering course, and then you'll take 2 TESU courses that I mentioned in my spreadsheets, and I mentioned on the phone app as well. So You'll take those courses, you'll get your degree, and boom, you'll have a degree from TESU, and with all those credits transferred in, and you only did 3 courses at the school. It is the most transfer-friendly university in the country. And the reason that I mention the 21 college credits is because TESU does require 30 credits to be done at a 2 or 4 year university. So you can't just transfer in 98 credits and then do 30 credits at TESU. If you could do 30 credits at TESU, but that would be wildly expensive. So unless you have 21 credits lying around already, usually I would recommend WGU or a different school, but TESU is the best school in the nation, in my opinion, if you do have 21 or more credits already and you don't mind paying their Accelerate fee. So overall, I love Thomas Edison State University. I actually think they could be the new Arizona State Online University. I think they could reach those heights. Really, I think they could reach that far if they wanted to. I'm just not sure they really want to. Now, if they really wanted to become that, though, if they wanted to be the new ASU Online, I think they could get there. I have a bunch of ideas if they were interested as well. But overall, I think they could be the new ASU Online at some point if they ever decided to go down that road. So Alex, why do you help people? Why are you doing this? Guys, I was broke for a long time. I have never had a handout in my entire life, okay? I am a very self-made person. I come from nothing, okay? I was living paycheck to paycheck until almost 30 years old. And I know financial stress. I know how it is to struggle. I do not want anybody to experience that. That's why I'm not afraid to talk a little bad about your college major that you selected or, give you a little tough love, okay? I'd rather you dislike me now and thank me in the future. I want people to become successful. I want every single person who has viewed this video, and I mean this with all my heart, I want every single person who has viewed this video to become successful. I want you all to become successful. I do not want you to go through financial stress. And if you've already been through financial stress, I want that to end soon, okay? I don't want you to live that life. I've been there. I've done that, okay? I don't want you guys to go through that. So for the past year and a half, have constantly showed people this method, have taught people this method. People have got degrees. I send over 5,000 to 6,000 people a year to college through my platforms, okay? Over 6,000 enrollments a year, okay? And a lot of those have already graduated, gone on to have successful jobs, etc. I will keep driving college enrollments. I will keep showing people that they can change their life, okay? I want people to know they can go out and get their degree, go out and get a much better job, and make better money, and just have a better life, okay? Yes, money is not everything, but to have a quality life, you don't want that financial stress. Now, I always advise everybody to do their own research. Your own research is the most valuable thing you could ever do, okay? Whether that's your own research the hard way, your deep researching with AI, etc. But overall, your own research and find out what's best for you. Don't completely rely on just this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is my Micro-Bootcamp. This is actually the longest video I've ever done. I think it went over 30 minutes. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I wish you all success. I wish every single one of you goes on to have a successful life, and not just a successful life, but a happy life as well. Thank you guys so much for watching.